Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news here at noon. We are learning a former EDU staff employee working at Fraser High School has been arrested after allegedly sexually assaulting a student. 25-year-old Robert Lindsay had resigned prior to the arrest and will, if convicted, will face a minimum of 25 years in prison. Fraser Public Schools is working with the Fraser Police Department as they investigate what happened.
You have a choice. You have a seat at the table. You have the power. You can break this cycle of abuse and trauma.
On the heels of multiple controversies, the Michigan State University community sounding off during a Board of Trustees meeting. That's our big story here on Local 4 News at noon. I'm Nick Monticelli.
And I'm Rhonda Walker. Michigan State's Board of Trustees still meeting at this hour, and it comes as it deals with the Mel Tucker scandal, a shocking scoreboard mistake, and infighting among the board members.
Priya Mann is live in East Lansing with what is being discussed this afternoon. Hey, Priya.
Hey, Nick, Rhonda, I'm keeping my voice down because, as you mentioned, that Board of Trustees meeting is still happening. You can see that it is packed inside there. This meeting started at 9. It is still going on. It was a packed meeting and at capacity. The embattled Board of Trustees faced anger and frustration on multiple fronts. Public comment addressed the battle between board members, which is now playing out publicly. They addressed the search for a new president, and Mel Tucker and Larry Nassar Title IX investigations were just a few of the scandals plaguing Michigan State University. On Sunday, trustee Brianna Scott sent a letter to fellow trustees accusing chairperson Rima Vassar of bullying and violating MSU's code of conduct. On Monday, Dr. Vassar responded, denying the allegations against her. And yesterday, MSU's Faculty Senate moved to file a report with the school's accreditor, alerting them of the allegations, which could threaten MSU's federal funding and ability to offer financial aid. There was support for both board members today. Take a listen.
This is not about party,
and then come to me.
This is not about race. This is about what is good for the university.
Got it.
How is this call to remove Dr. Rima reflective of the promise from the board to ensure safety for students? It is nothing but the direct opposite of the promise of this university in protecting us to remove the only black woman to ever serve as chair of the MSU Board of Trustees, one that is an empowered black woman and one that has an existing relationship with the Black Students Alliance. Calling her a bully and condescending is terribly antithetical to who she is at her core.
We were also supposed to hear a soundbite in support of Trustee Scott, who initially released that letter publicly. But just to give you a sense of how many fronts the university is dealing with, that group of students right there, they've been talking about what's going on in the Middle East, asking for more support and safety here on campus. Again, there was support for both sides here today. Governor Whitmer is now stepping into this, saying that she wants a full investigation. It's not easy to remove a board member. Some folks have been asking for the chairperson to resign. These are publicly elected positions. So again, there's a lot playing out here, battles on multiple fronts as MSU is facing one scandal after another. Reporting live in East Lansing, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Well, more than 36 hours after the worst mass murder in Maine's history, the manhunt for suspect Robert Card continues. It is a sprawling search for Robert Card, with law enforcement from surrounding states and the FBI joining in.
We're talking about 400 law enforcement officers on this case to find Card, suspected of killing 18 people and injuring 13 more in this tragic shooting spree. NBC's Alice Bars in Lewiston, Maine, with the latest on the search. And we'll try and get back to Alice Barr's report in just a moment. As things develop throughout the day today with this manhunt, of course, we will continue to keep you updated while we're on the air, while we're online as well at clickondetroit.com 24 hours a day.
In the meantime, members of the UAW's National Council will be in town this weekend to go over the tentative agreement with Ford. They'll decide whether to forward the deal to the rank and file for a ratification vote. If the contract goes forward, informational meetings will start next Tuesday. Results from a ratification vote would come in early November. Now it'll take Ford plants a few weeks to get into full production mode as the entire system needs a reboot after the strike. The UAW continues negotiations with GM and Stellantis workers on the picket lines, and they are optimistic about a deal, and it could be reached soon now that Ford has a tentative agreement. New at noon, Southfield police are investigating a shooting that has left one man in critical condition.
Emergency services arrived at the Heights of Southfield apartment complex. As you can see on this map, it is near the intersection of Losser and 8 Mile. It happened about 3:30 in the morning. Officers found a 30-year-old who they say was shot several times but survived. After life-saving measures, the man was taken to the hospital. A 15-year-old boy is shot at a park on Detroit's east side, and now police need your help finding the shooter responsible. This is video from the scene yesterday evening at the Skinner Playfield. This is on Kelly Road on the east side of Detroit. So far, police have leads and hope anyone who witnessed the shooting will come forward with more information to track down the person responsible. You can contact Detroit Police, or you can remain anonymous and call Crime Stoppers at 800-SPEAK-UP.
Well, later today, the 3 people charged in the abduction of 2 newborns from a Livonia hotel are due in court. This is the continuation of a preliminary exam for Curtis Slay, Davion Chandler, and Chantel Jones. The hearing will determine if there is enough evidence for them to stand trial. An Amber Alert was issued on August 24th for the 14-day-old twins who were dropped off at Detroit Police 9th Precinct later that same day. Slay, Chandler, and Jones are charged with conspiring to kidnap the babies from their mother.
Let this sink in for a moment. It's the final Friday in October, and it's in the low 70s at noon.
See, my only challenge with that is that I wish it was Tuesday for trick-or-treating, because come Tuesday, Ron, I'm guessing it's not going to be as pretty.
I know. We need to stretch this out to the last day of the month, and I know that's not going to happen, Ron.
You know, but then there's the people who really want the cool weather. So, I mean, what do we do? You know?
Do they?
I don't know. Find them for me.
Find them. But see this right here? I'm enjoying this because this morning, if you were out or if you were up, you know that there was rain showers in the area. There were also a lot of clouds all around us as well. So the temperatures out there, as you see right there, 73 in Detroit, 70 in Howell, 60 in Pontiac and Monroe. We're coming in at 72, and that 72-degree reading is for Metro Airport that you see right there in the corner. That is, and of course, Romulus. So clouds to radar. We do have the clouds now pretty much breaking up over the area. The rain showers that we had earlier, they are gone, but they are also coming back though. Another round, this one right here, out along and ahead of a cold front that is moving through the area. We could even get a chance of some thunderstorms. That's because we have all this warmth. So here's that front coming through. It's going to sweep through the area. We're going to talk more about that coming up.